Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday the 13th. I'm not superstitious, are you? So I thought I'd come on and finish up this St. Patty's Day insert for my bench. All we have left to do is actually the banner. And then I'm going to come back on later on today sometime and start on my bench insert, an Easter insert for my bench. So I wanted to get this wrapped up. So, what I thought I'd do for the banner is the colors for the flag of Ireland is green, white, and orange. So I thought I'd go green, white, orange, white, green, bringing in those colors. So we'll go ahead and get these little banners base coated, and then we'll get the stuff painted that goes on them. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday. It's been really, really cold where I've been the last few days, in the teens. And the wind chill is just crazy. But the sun is shining, so hopefully it will warm some things up. And we are supposed to get warmer sometime next week, but I know some people were worse off than me. I think they said -5 in Chicago, I think, or Michigan or something like that. No, thank you. As always, this green is going to take a couple coats, that we know. And while I'm at it, I might as well paint some of these shamrocks. I know I want to do the lettering in the green as well. That Easter insert for my bench is really super cute. A lot of pieces to it though, but it's going to be really adorable when it's all said and done. And I didn't do this sticky board because I was afraid of possibly breaking some of these letters because it's so sticky. So that 7 is going to be a struggle. And I think I'll put a little shimmer on some of these shamrocks here to make them stand out a little bit more. Because we do have a little sparkle going on in the insert, so we might as well just keep doing that. And I do think I'm going to shade around these banners just to add a different color and create a different look for them. So less than 2 weeks till Christmas. Is everyone ready for Christmas? Do you have your tree up? Good morning. I think I might even put a little shimmer on these letters. I thought about highlighting them, but that's actually going to go on a white banner. And I think that just might be a little boring. So I think I'll put a little shimmer on those. Good morning. And most likely I will have this design available this weekend, along with my shelf sitters, which is going to be the little leprechaun and the pot of gold. And I might even do that hat. I don't know. That hat's pretty cute. I'll have to see. And as always, white takes a few coats as well. So, and then I think what I'll do with I'm actually using warm white is what I'm using, is I'm going to shade around, I think, the outside of this edge with a gray. Let that dry really good and get another coat on. In the meantime, I'll get this orange done. I'm just using the same orange color that I used on the beard, which is called Persimmon. My bird is on a roll this morning. I don't know if you can hear her in the background, but she's very talkative. Alexa's getting a workout first thing this morning. need to get this paint off my fingers. It's transferring onto this white. I think I'll do another coat of the orange. All right, I'm going to do a little shading with some dark Hauser green around the edges of this green banner. Doesn't look like there's any color on it. I'm just going to go down one side and up the other and then let that dry, and then I'll go back and do the top and then around the bottom. So I'm not wiping off the paint that I just put on. I kind of just like to pat as I'm doing my shading when I'm doing this, and then I just go back and do a big long swoop, kind of just blend it all in. And I will go back and go over that again. Try one more coat of white. I'm going to use burnt sienna to shade the orange. I think my green's pretty dry. That just adds another color and just makes it look a little bit different. Just adding this little bit of shading around the edges doesn't make it look so boring. And I'm gonna wait till that dries before I go and shade around the white, because I'm gonna use a sand gray, which is pretty light. And I wanna make sure that that's my brush is really, really clean before I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the coin, horseshoe, a yellow I'm using, antique gold is what I'm using. And of course, I am going to put a little shimmer on there. Not really going to worry about the coat too much, because that shimmer adds a color all in itself. So I'm not going to really worry about getting a great coat. I am going to go back though and shade underneath where these two things would glue on top, and shade around the inside of this score line, just to cast a little bit of shadow and add a little bit of depth to this coin. I do like shading with sand gray on white. It's enough of a difference, but it's not really in your face. So it's a good color to shade with. I think the recommended color is actually slate gray, which I find a little bit too dark for my taste. So I prefer to use this sand gray. So it kind of looks like it just dirties up the edges a little bit. See, it's not too bold. I will go back and do another coat. Whoa, got that over too far, but that's all right. And then we'll do around the bottom and up top, and shading of the banners are done. I know I want to do this pipe. I'm going to do it a black and then paint that little stripe the gold. So I'm trying to use all the same, you know, colors, keep everything in the same family. Guess you can't see. Now I won't put any shimmer on that little shamrock that goes on this pipe. And I'm not going to put any glitter. But everything else is going to have glitter. Oh, I might have to do that. I might, just so this isn't the only one sticking out and looking a little silly. So that just kind of like dirties up the white a little bit. All right. Get my fingers wiped off pretty good because when you use that shimmery stuff, if you touch that, because it stays really tacky, the paint will come off onto your surface. So wet wipes are a good thing to have. Oh, it's gonna be a bark fest. Before I do that though, I should try and paint this little stripe. Shade. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to shade. Getting in a hurry. And this shading is pretty bright around this coin. However, once I put that shimmer on, it'll calm down. Because I plan on putting lots of shimmer on this coin. Just kind of want to create that depth. He just can't help himself. Okay. See, you really can't tell in the camera, but that actually calmed it down. It almost kind of, it just, what's the word? I want to, it softens the shading, is what it does. Yeah, that it's not really shown it as well in the camera like it is in person, but the shading is really softened. I'm gonna let this sit aside and dry for a little bit. Just gonna put a little shimmer on these shamrocks. I'll take a couple coats. Because the glitter doesn't always get evenly distributed in the bottle. Kind of keep that in mind when you're using this product. Even though I shake the bottle really, really good, it just doesn't get evenly distributed. Because it might be hard to see in the camera, but actually there's like a few bare spots here and there. Not real bare, but just sparse. I guess that would be a better way to put it. And I'm going to do that one with a different shimmer. It has like a little bit of gold in it. So it'll be a little bit, end up being a little bit lighter green than the other. That way it kind of brings out that gold that's in the pipe. Darken this up just a little bit, combine them both, because that's just a little bit too light compared to the others. Okay, I'll let this dry for a few minutes and then I'll come back and we'll get this glued and get this finished. In the meantime, I'm going to empty my water and I should be back shortly. Okay, let's try and get this glued together. And get this banner assembled. And that'll be all she wrote. I always like to start gluing the smaller pieces on something and then glue the piece to the banner. It doesn't take a whole lot of glue. And I'm using Stick Fast Thick is what I'm using. what I like to do for these little things, smaller elements, is just, I like to use my tweezers, dip it into the glue, wipe it off, and then adhere it to the surface. It doesn't take a whole lot of glue. I'm kind of just dotting in between where these little holes are. I have glue on my finger, not good. Okay. That kind of didn't want to stick very well. Hey Beth, how are ya? Just finishing this up. You must have did the LEP. Good for you. All right. So, this is how they're gonna go. Now what I like to do, Beth is shy. All right, what I like to do is cut a big piece of string. And then I decide like how low I want this to actually hang. So I rather have too much string than not enough. That's just how I operate. So all you want to do is feed these through the holes and just move them on down. Because like I said, I rather have too much than not enough. And then what I'll do is take it over to my bench, decide how low I want this banner to actually hang, and then I'll put my loop at the other end. That's what works best for me. And then just cut off the excess. There's plenty of excess. And two, you know, you can space them apart as far as you want. So, let me see here. All right, just looking at it, I need to get these a little bit closer. And then also too, I made my loop a little bit longer than I normally do. So I'm going to get this attached, and then I'll turn the camera around and show you the finished product. So give me just a few minutes. Okay, so there you have it. There is the St. Patrick's Day insert for the bench. Super cute, super festive. This comes with one stand, and the stand is going to fit all the pieces. It's interchangeable, so you decide what you want to be in the middle. If you glue whatever piece you choose into that stand, then you're kind of locked in. So you can arrange this any way you wanted. I kind of wanted to have the leprechaun in the middle because it was taller, but then it was too much green for me. So all the green was on one side. So I decided to move the leprechaun to the right. But I think this is super, super cute, very festive. It screams St. Patty's Day. Like I said, I'm going to offer shelf sitters of the leprechaun, the pot of gold. I may do the hat. I'm not for sure. I know the leprechaun is going to stand about 17 inches tall. So if you like to decorate for St. Patty's Day and you have my bench insert, my interchangeable bench, this is a wonderful insert for that. I will be coming back on later on today, probably late afternoon, early evening, not for sure when. And I'm going to start on my Easter insert for my bench. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then we're going to work on a St. Patrick's Day and another Easter design for one of my new interchangeable designs. And I plan on cutting up my other new design and trying to get that painted over the weekend as well. So I got a lot going on, a lot of new things coming for the new year, and I'm excited to show those to you. So this is it. I'm going to try and get this listed this weekend. So I want to thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful Friday, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.